Hello, Sagittarius, and happy full moon. Happy full moon in Cancer. Let's get right into it. Let's see what's in your cards. Sagittarius, let's go. All right. Hopefully, you all are having a great week and weekend. That's right. Let's get into it. Hopefully, you're just having a great day. Let's see what we're setting a tone for you. So yeah, happy Sunday. You're probably watching a video on Sunday, but getting prepared for the week, for the upcoming week. So this reading is for the 13th through the 20th of January. Yep. We have 3 planets that are retrograde: Uranus, Mars, well, the Tower card, Mars, and Jupiter. Yep, Jupiter. Your ruling planet Jupiter is retrograde. It's retrograde in Gemini. And so great time to learn something new. Let's get it. Let's see what's in your cards. Or you prayed over your cards. I am prosperous and abundant in everything that I do. That's it. That's right. Make that bold declaration. I am prosperous and abundant in everything that I do. That's right. All right. That's a great way to start out your week. Speak it into existence. We have a full moon in Cancer. You can get some good pictures of the moon if you want to take some pictures of the moon, if that's your thing. Some people are already doing their full moon rituals, putting out their gemstones and crystals, and so on and so forth. Whatever you do for the full moon. Again, this is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information is down below in the description. Let's do it. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what messages are coming through. We have a whole nother series. We have a series that's going up on the Knowledge channel. That link is below in the description. I think you all will like. Let's see what's coming up for this week for you all. Let's go. Let's see. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. There we go. Here we have 5 of Pentacles. Someone who may have caused you some kind of emotional wounding around your money. Somebody who may have caused you some loss to your money. Something is coming to your door. Something physical is coming to your door very, very soon. It could be them coming to your door to bring you a message about your money. It's the Star card. So remember, there's hope, bliss, and optimism. So speak it into existence. I am prosperous, abundant in everything that I do. It's a younger person, by the way. A younger person. Yeah. A younger person. Don't worry about the Zodiac sign. It's a younger person, though. Somebody who may have brought something to your door. They could have even brought friends to your house. They could have brought, it could have been one of their loved ones, without them even knowing it. Sometimes people have so much traffic in and out of their house. It could have been one of your kids. They have their friends coming to their house, doing stuff, taking pictures of stuff, bank records and pictures of information and all of that other stuff. You don't even have a clue. You never know who, sometimes your kids are hanging out with. Right, but here we have the 8 of Cups here. So somebody's head and heart are no longer going to be at war with each other. This Cups energy is water. But what you're going to start seeing is a pattern of behavior. What you're going to start noticing is a pattern of behavior when you're dealing with energies who don't know their worth and don't know their value. Right, they have pick-me spirits. So you know how sometimes parents may notice, some of their friends who something about their energy is it could be contrary to, like, it could be kind of combative, or something you're picking up on their energy. It could be like bullying type of energy, or it could be like something about the energy you don't trust. You're picking up on, so you're a fire sign, right? So you pick up on other fire. Something about their energy you don't trust. Maybe they roll their eyes at you or something, or they seem a little disrespectful towards you. Not outright disrespectful, Sagittarius, but kind of like that kind of slick kind of, y'all know what I'm talking about, that kind of energy, right? You know how sometimes parents will pick up on their kids' friends, like, okay, something is off about that one, right? Not trying to be mean, but you just basically like, that one right there, something is not right, right? And so something was something, I'm telling you, your fire, right, that solar plexus chakra, you was right about something. Some one of your this that's somebody's kid, this is somebody's child or grandchild, because this is a younger person. It was two energies they were hanging out with. They were in a karmic cycle. It was two energies they were hanging out with, and they were in a karmic cycle. That caused you some kind of financial, emotional wounding. Something they got caught up in. Here we had the Ace of Cups. So your wishes are being fulfilled in that one. You're going to find out exactly what it is, what it was. That's going to be the first thing. You're going to find out exactly what it was. That's the first thing. Emotional wounding, because you're this close. You're this close, like this close, right? That's one. Right here we have the Two of Swords. Because your these birds right here, ancestors were in your ears, right? Your ancestors were in your ears, right? But see, there was two energies that was in a loved one's ear. Something they were saying was very painful. Sword energy, something that they were saying was making them feel powerless. So sword energy goes straight to power and intellect, like making them feel like they weren't smart or making them feel some kind of way. But it takes a certain type of energy that has, y'all got to understand the type of a spirit, like a pick-me spirit. That's a spirit that wants to be a part of something. They want to be a part of something so bad. They don't. It's not like. Yeah, it's too bad that we live in a society that people automatically harshly judge people who are people can't read between the lines, and just go right into judging people and harshly, because it's not really helping things. It's not helping. It hurts people more. So to judge people, but whoever this energy is, they're so used to being left out of things. Like they're so used to being left out of things, like almost like unless they're being used for something that's going to benefit people financially, people really don't want them around, in a sense, like that kind of thing. So they constantly hear just how powerless they're not smart enough, or everything they're hearing in both ears is always hurtful, right? But they have a big heart. But it's two people that's like this. It's two people that that's like this. They have a big heart, but they're always being left out of family stuff. They're always, it's like, literally, I hate to say the word always, but one of them is, that's why you only see one person sitting here in front of the vault door, because one of them is basically they don't care about not being invited. Matter of fact, they have a spirit almost like leave their name off the list. Don't invite them. But the other one has a spirit of, what do I have to do to be a part of? Right? That's what I'm supposed to say. Take the blindfolds off. You don't have to be at an impasse, because you know both of them, because you have relatives that's the same exact way. That's what you have in common. You either have two kids, one is that way, one of them is like, or you have two siblings, you have an aunt and uncle, somebody, you got two of in your family that's just like this. One of them is like, please need my name off the list. They don't care if they never invited back to anything. So it's literally from one extreme to the next with two people, right? One is like, they see a pattern of behavior where they feel like people are using them. They're like, no, they'll go ahead and speak up first. Don't invite me. Matter of fact, take my name off the list. I don't want to be a part of the family text messaging list. Don't invite me. They'll cut them off before they even have a chance to hurt them again. But the other one wants to be a part of something so bad that people are looking at them like, what's so special behind the door? And they constantly have to pay a hefty price for belonging to something. So that's what you have in common with somebody. That's what you have in common with somebody. But the information is about to come straight to your door. You're about to find out everything is about to come. The information is about to come straight to your door. Yeah, you're about to get full information. I'm talking about like physical information. It's about to come to your door because you got some light wolves out here and dark wolves out here. Dark wolves like to keep people in the dark about stuff. They like to hold stuff over people's head. I know this information about. That's why you know you got some people like people talk about their past. They're like, okay, whatever. But you have some people you talk about their past and they're like, okay, they would literally almost die of shame. Right? So you got light wolf and dark wolf energy. Some people, everybody has a past. If source, the creator, put everybody's life on a big screen, it'd be a lot of people be burying their head in the sand like an ostrich, right? Even the ones that believe that they, are walking around with a halo on their head. So the source is saying some information is about to come to you. It's about to come right to your door. Very valuable information is about to come to your door. Very soon. And so you will not go back to, because you've gone through a long and arduous journey yourself. But what you won't go back to is having on blindfolds with people that you have in common. That same energy you have in common with. You won't go back to this. I can't relate to this and I can't relate to that. Yes, you will. You can relate to any human being on planet Earth. Because that's what this is. You have two relatives, and I'm telling you, this one right here, this one will do anything to be a part of something. The other one, so if you got two kids, it's like they like night and day, literally. One of them will flat out tell people, take your invitation somewhere else. The other one, what do I got to do to be a part of it? Anything. Yeah. And they will create their own table. They will create their own table. They will set their own rules. They'll create their own, even if that means they by themselves, they have that lone wolf energy. But they're keeping people enlightened because they already know how it feels when people kept them in the dark. So they the ones that's going to keep people enlightened. Look, it's going to start at this time. Don't bring any drama and chaos in here. We want everybody to feel welcome. That's how they are enlightening people that way. The other one, they may have that kind of, because I'm now a part of something, they take on that same type of keeping people in the dark type of energy. But Source is bringing everything into the light. Source is bringing everything into the light. That's what I say. You got two energies. That's what you have in common with somebody. You got two energies. That's what you have in common. Both you and somebody have a loved one that was used as a pawn in a game. So people were talking about you behind your back, you and somebody behind your back, about what you got going on behind closed doors in terms of like what your house looks like, what your valuables look like, how much money you have, what this was worth, what that was worth. Let me see who else. Let me see. And actually, the person that was behind it, it was actually two energies behind it, because the number 2 is coming out again. It was two energies. We had two karmic relationships. So karmic relationships are toxic relationship. It could have been two friends that you don't talk to anymore. It could have been ex-love interest. It could have been people you work with, whoever. But two energies that, like I said, when you moved on from them, all the conversations about you from them were just very low vibrate. They did a complete and total character assassination, and somehow uh, uh, somebody's kid or child, grandchild, or whoever somehow connected in some kind of way with these energies, um, with your ex friends, somehow they all got connected, and all of it's coming out. Yeah, so we got a message about somebody going to school. Somebody got a message about somebody going. Don't worry about the gender. This is genderless. This could be a girl or a boy. It could be a male or female. So don't worry about it. Could be a person or it's older, younger, whatever. But it's another message that's going to come about because energies cause you some kind of emotional wounding as far as your money is concerned, and people are talking about it. People are talking about people being depressed and somebody's back was against the wall or something. Yeah, and people are judging. Like another thing that you have in common with somebody is like somebody is judging you. Like it's like somebody is judging somebody else. Basically, like how come? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking to men and women Sagittarius. You know how like people will judge people's parents and grandparents and parents. People who judge people's family. How come this person didn't see, didn't know, didn't whatever? As if you can't have several people come out the same house and their life turn out significantly different. It's generational. Some people inherit certain things, just like eye color, hair color, height, weight. They inherit different spirits, right? So here we have the Judgment card. So yeah, so some people are judging just, and this is almost like parallel universes. People are judging you and whoever, if this is a child or grandchild, they're judging you and your child or grandchild. It could be child or grandchild, but they're also judging somebody else and their child or grandchild that you know, and y'all have that in common. So that's why I said take the blindfolds off. Yeah, take the blindfolds off. Because people are judging your spirits. They judging what kind of spirit that you all have, right? So you're praying for strength. That's what you're praying for. You're praying for people's strength because people are obsessed. People are literally obsessed. Literally obsessed. With talking about somebody behind their back. Like they don't have anything else to talk about. Here we have the Lover's card. So a decision has been made. A decision has been made. Some kind of a partnership in business and or partnership in love is coming your way. But the decision has been made. Like I said, a decision has been made. Or you're finally making a decision about something. All right, so let's see what else we got going on here. Yeah. So in this full moon where things are fully illuminated, you're getting downloads and all kinds of things. Let me see. You have enough information. You're getting information about things. This could look like information is coming to, when I say coming to your door, it could come to your email. It could come to your people could call you and tell you things. Y'all know how information comes to you. Sometimes you could be talking to a person where they could be talking about themselves, but they're not even realizing that they're telling you the same thing. Like it's almost like they're going through the exact same thing that you're going through. It's like, oh my God, like are they like they telling you same thing they're going through. Here we have the King of Swords here. Yep. So, but they're coming through with just such clarity. You feel like they're telling your story before you got to, you know, your throne. So, yeah, so that's again what you have in common with somebody is that somebody went down a rabbit hole to discover something, right? That's what it was. Somebody went down a rabbit hole to discover something, you know, on their own. And because there's different types of schooling, right? Some traditional school and some of it other kind of schooling. So different types of schooling. Yeah, so, but something is coming to you, some information is coming to you about some, you know, information. So somebody's going to bring some information to you directly. So here we have the Two of Cups here, and this is soulmate energy. Soulmate energy is not romantic. Soulmate energy is kindred spirits. It's kindred spirits, because you didn't hear people say, "Oh my God, it's my soulmate." It's kindred spirits. So here we have two situations. So the upside to something is that you inherited a gift from a spiritual gift from a loved one who, and I say this a lot in my readings because a lot of times people think they inherited something in the physical sense, in the physical realm, but you inherited a spiritual gift from a loved one who had experienced extremes in their lives, like they've experienced deep losses in their lives, like death and whether it's the loss of a job or loss of marriage or loss of just loss, right? Like deep loss is like deep pain, right? But somehow they were able to get up and still be, you know, generous with their time with others, right? So they didn't just kind of sort of retreat and just disappear into the night, right? Somehow they were still able to operate in their purpose, their gift, whatever it is, right? Still be able to get up and go to work, still able to operate. Somehow they found their purpose through their pain in some way, shape, form, or fashion, right? Whether they were being judged or not, they passed judgment. They don't even care people judge them. But that's something that brought out a deeper level in them. They brought out something deeper in them. They passed the judgment. They experienced that as a child, and that brought something out of them in a child. Like, don't invite them to anything. They like, please leave their name off the list. They really are like a loner energy. Not in survival mode, but they're a loner, right? So they don't have a pick me spirit. They good either way. But something you're discovering was done behind your back. You're going to discover that something was done behind your back, where it's going to make you cut some people off. It's going to make you cut some people off. It's going to make you cut some people off. Yeah. So this is bringing you into financial independence. Yeah. But it's going to make you cut some people off. Because of people taking advantage of people being depressed. It's like taking advantage of someone in their depression or sadness, right? Let me see. They took advantage of two people. Here we have took advantage of two people that Mm-hmm. At weak moments, but you're gonna. So let me give somebody a scenario. What I'm talking about. So even though you got two people, you can have one who's like a lone wolf, a person who's like they can lead their name off the list. Remember, we're all in human form, right? So, but there are some people who are obsessed with finding people's weakness. They're obsessed with it. They're like, okay, we got to find that person's weakness. We tried this, that didn't work. This doesn't cause this person any pain. We tried this, okay, let's not invite them to this. Let's not invite them to that. They still won't budge. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let me see if we can do this. Let's see if we can take this away from them. They still wouldn't budge. Y'all know, like some kids, you can take everything away from them. They like, okay, whatever. You can put them on punishment. Okay, whatever. So somebody kept trying and trying and trying until they found something. Right? But you are about to cut some people off permanently because of what they did. You're about to cut some people off permanently for what they did. So this could have been like, if you are a grandparent, somebody could have gotten your grandkids involved. If they were like teenagers or young adults or whatever, kind of gotten your grandkids involved in some stuff that you weren't aware of. This is what I've been saying. Like when Pluto was retrograde, it's no longer retrograde. This is Pluto. This is the outermost planet. It's a generational planet. I kept saying when Pluto is retrograde, I said people who are obsessed, and I'm talking about literally obsessed with hurting people, they are not going to see who is obsessed with them. They're not going to see it. So it's best to keep your vibrations high, forgive, operate in the spirit of love, move on. That's what this right here. That's what it said. I am prosperous and abundant in everything that I do. It's not gonna be luck that it's gonna come right to your front door. Whatever information, but something's gonna come right to you. Like, oh my God, it's not luck. You're ruled by Jupiter, the planet of good luck and good fortune. It's gonna come right to you. Like physically, it's gonna come to you. And you're going to feel liberated and free. Somebody's going to feel like a teenager again. Page energy is messenger energy. It's like a message is going to come to you and you're going to feel liberated and free. See this black cat right here? And that's because you did the shadow work. That's because you did the shadow work. So yeah, I say you'll be finally getting your rest. You'll be finally getting your rest. So like I said, you'll be good. You'll be going back to financial independence. Here's a Magician card. You'll be going back to financial independence, and so your finances won't be dependent upon whatever it was dependent upon before. It won't be dependent upon. It's financial independence. I don't know what somebody's financial situation is, but financial independence does not mean rich. I don't know that's what people assume it is, but it's not. It does not mean that. I mean, if you are, that's great, but if it's not, then you know. But yeah, somebody was being used as a pawn in the game. You know, that was part of the game. Do something, engage you in some kind of an argument, so that you all would never talk, so that you all would not talk to each other. That's what it was. That was the game. That's why I say in my readings all the time, do not argue with people. that you love. Do not do that, because you don't know if they're being used as a pawn. And see on this card right here, the illustrator is like blood here. So this person really did not want to get into an argument with you, because they already know, like, okay, they get into an argument with you. That's exactly what those energies wanted. Get into an argument with Sagittarius. You may say, okay, I'm just going to go with the flow. They're not talking to me anymore. So, okay, all right. They can easily confuse you. That's what this is. Send the dark magician energy in to confuse them. They're not talking to them. So let's send a dark magician energy in. Let's confuse Sagittarius. So some information is coming to your front door. So I see you being victorious back in the saddle again. All right, let's see what else we got. So stay focused. Nobody's running from anything. This is you staying focused. This is Knight of Swords energy, because that was the impression that people get from you and get from somebody else, that people are running from something. That's not running from something. That's somebody who's laser focused. That's somebody who is laser focused and ambitious. Like, okay, you know what? Get back to school. Stay focused. Get back to school, studying, learning something, focused. Because people knew you well enough to know, okay, well, Sagittarius, people out here studying people's birth charts. They're like, okay, Sagittarius is a mutable sign. Okay, if they stop talking to Sagittarius, Sagittarius is just going to go with the flow. Okay, all right. That's why you need to know your moon sign and how to pour into yourself to say, okay, backtrack. Who came into my house? And after they came into my house, all of a sudden, my financial situation changed. Who brought their friends into the house? Who? Who came to my house all of a sudden? And who? What happened? So let me see what else is going on here, because, yeah. But obviously, it's much bigger than this, because we got a young person here. You got somebody with a lot of money. Somebody has a lot of money that's behind something. There's no way in the world. So yeah, making an altar. A lot of people have altars in their houses, like they have pictures of their ancestors, loved ones who have transitioned on. That's an altar, by the way. They have flowers around it, That's an altar. People call it a lot of different things, but that's what an altar is. Pictures of your loved ones on the table, over in a corner somewhere, in a chest, on a dresser, altar. The end of a tough cycle approaches. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Yeah. That's why, looking at the Five of Pentacles, and I say this in a lot of my readings too, that's why it's important to tell people around you how valuable they are to you, because, and I'm so glad that you have so many school psychologists online being open about like various ways of learning, because that's what you're seeing that too, because somebody feels like they're not good enough. We're talking about like emotions. That's what's the Five of Pentacles. And so when you're seeing school psychologists on there, like the first thing people are like labeled as something, not even knowing that there's funding behind being labeled as something, right? And that's the first thing people say, well, I'm not smart enough because I don't know such and such and such and such, and people will take advantage of that. That's why you had this wolf sitting right here. This is dark wolf energy, right? Whereas somebody may say, I learn however I want to learn. Okay. Yeah. They may feel like, okay, well, I don't want to be a part of such and such. But somebody else may feel like for them, they need to be a part of certain things in order for them to feel valued, no matter what they have to go through to be a part of it. So that's the upside of technology. Is like there's a lot of people out here using technology to educate people in a positive way, but because you still have a lot of people out here that's using things against to hurt people. So let's see what else we have here. Yep, divinity. Yep. So yeah, something about your spirit is just like you have that in common with people, is that you just wish people would just be in peace, would just live together in peace. And that's what you have. That's what you also have in common with someone, is that you just wish people would just be at peace. Like, but I'm telling y'all, some people, they can't. That's not how their spirit. It's not how they built. Some people aren't like that. I'm telling you, they cannot rest unless it's some kind of drama going on. It's just like it takes all kind to make the world go around. So that's what Source is saying. You're going to learn how to steer clear of that, but you're going to take the blindfolds off, because now you're starting to make the connection. You're starting to make the connection like, oh my God, this one is the same as this one. They got that same spirit. They want to be a part of something. And that's the tie that binds you and somebody that you love. It could be you and a sister or brother. It could be you and a sibling. It could be you and a mentee. It could be you and somebody that's like a child to you, who could be an adult. It could be you and a best friend that at first you may have been judging them, or just sat there and listened to people judge them, and then something clicked. Like, oh my God, they got the same spirit as so-and-so. Like, oh, let me be quiet. Like, let me not judge. You got the same spirit. So true offering can take what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. So yeah, so something, you're returning something to love. Like, you're operating now in a spirit of agape love. Like, okay, something was kind of hard to deal with, but now it's okay. Now it makes something is starting to click. It makes sense. So that's what full moon energy does. It's like it's turning your light on from within, fully illuminated. So that's what I'm seeing for you all in the cards. That's why I would tell people, like, stop trauma bonding with people, because they will come back and use that against you later. So that's what you be using your to create art. Some people are just, like I said, an art is subjective. There's many different ways of getting to something, right? Yeah, art is subjective. Some people are very artistic, very, very artistic, right? Yeah, so and so people use people who think you know, in that way, they get very creative in how can they use somebody like that. People get really creative in how they can use somebody, you know, like that. Let me see. Let me see. So somebody's dealing with toxic feminine energy. Somebody's dealing with a Scorpio, a Gemini, a Virgo, a Leo, and a religious organization. We're talking about divinity. All right. All right. Let me see what else we got. Let me just close this out. Yeah, somebody wanted to send a message of confusion, but Source is clearing some things up. Yeah, Source is clearing some things up. And actually, the message of confusion people wanted to send was around sexuality. That's what people wanted to send, some messages like people were out here doing things, some strange things for some change. I'm looking at this right here, this card right here. I gotta be careful about what I put up there because, you know, the video will get flagged for something else, and I gotta be careful. But like what people do for pleasure, for money. So something is going to come to you. Something is going to come to you because one may be true about one thing, but one is not true about something else. You know, one is not true about something else. And I'm hoping that it's not true about either or. I'm hoping that it's not true about either or. I'm really hoping that it's not. It's not true. But your path. Dear Lord, help me trust that there's a plan beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. Fears and illusions. So yeah. So let's see. Let's see what else we got going on here. I'm gonna yeah, so somehow the people knew that you would, and you have familiar spirits that position themselves around where people live. They listen to conversations, they record people, follow people, do all kinds of stuff. Like, I'm telling you, after all this is said and done, you're going to be cutting some people off permanently. I'll tell you that right now. Because this could happen to anybody, anybody's family. This, whoever this is, could happen to anybody's family. Tarantula. So that's a spirit animal. We're talking about spirit animals. That's what this book is. I mean, if you're cross watching on any other, that's what this whoever created this book, they did an excellent job. So tarantula, which we're talking about, spirit animal. This is a guidebook, right? So at a crossroad, claiming life's purpose, the tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream, yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find true happiness, you must choose Dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. So the tarantula hovers patient and calm like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely, right? So when the tarantula is balanced out, It follows intuition, but when it's out of balance, it hesitates over and it over intellectualizes things. So, to bring things into balance, you want to do daily journaling. Daily journaling, right? Daily journaling. So that's that. Let's see what else we got going on here. Yeah, so whenever you see the Judgment card, you're dealing with energies who are obsessed with controlling a narrative. That's what this is, just obsessed. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see what else we have here. But remember, there is someone who is equally as obsessed with them that they won't see it coming for them. So I'm telling you, it's source is balancing it all out. Doesn't really matter. 17, I am independent. So the quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are as independent as you are ambitious, capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. So yeah, you be coming out of that karmic cycle. Yep. This spider, the web. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, so looking at your cards here. Yeah, looking at your cards here. Somehow, looking at your cards here, you being independent, Sagittarius, people really, really see you as a major threat. I don't know who you are, but people see you as a major, major threat. It's like you have, whether you realize it or not, and I know it's not luck. I know it's not luck. Just looking at your cards here. People know that you all are incredibly smart. They know that you all are, fun to be around. They know, they know. People know. But they also know your power. They also know your power. So these energies, it's like these energies have to come together to create confusion around you and somebody else. They have to create confusion around you and somebody else and that has to be the narrative around sex. I mean, that's what it is. It has to be that narrative around that, creating a bunch of chaos and confusion. But Source is already taking care of something. It's already taken care of. Your commitment is being tested, so stay focused. Whatever you committed to. Go back to, December. So first quarter moon January 6th, right? That was in Aries, right? That may be significant to somebody. We had a first quarter moon in Aries on January 6th. Aries ruling planet, the Tower card, is retrograde. Tower card rules Scorpio and Aries. But also on December the 8th, we had a first quarter moon in Pisces. Pisces is the I believe sign. So usually on that card, on this particular deck, you have a dark wolf and a light wolf, and you have a full moon there. So that dark wolf would symbolize people keeping people in the dark about things, right? And then that light wolf will symbolize people enlightening people, like so you move from the dark about a situation into the light about a situation. But it really is duality, you coming into the light after being in the darkness. So whatever you was believing in for yourself, you're creating room for that. Whoever you are, whatever you believe, or whatever you believing in yourself for yourself, right? You're coming into the light. You're becoming enlightened about that. So whatever you believe about other people, you're being enlightened about that. But also if you were believing in something for yourself, Source is giving you an opportunity to create space for that as well. So hopefully that's helpful to somebody. Fully illuminated moon. Fully illuminated moon. That is what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. I will see you all in the next video. We're going to have some new content over on the Knowledge channel for those of you all who are interested in. Don't forget to set your notifications to all on that side, so you'll know when we get here. We have 16 vision. Yep. So heaven is where you find it. Yeah. So on being enlightened, like heaven on earth. Becoming enlightened. That's what I have for you. Thank you for joining me. See you in the next video. Bye.